What is up, everybody? I'm Randy.
And I'm Melanie.
And welcome back to another video. Today, we are going to be talking about Train to Busan, the American remake. What was your initial thoughts when you first heard that they're making an American version of Train to Busan?
Well, yeah, my first thought was, I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you top a movie that's already so good? What was your thoughts?
Yeah, at first, I was thinking, like, why would you remake this? And, like, the first one's already so perfect and stuff. But, I mean, take a look at, like, The Ring, the Japanese version versus, like, the American remake. The American remake was actually better.
Okay, what about Shudder?
Well, that's horrible.
See?
Well, there's more bad examples than there are good examples. But there is some hope because there are some good American remakes, is what I'm trying to say. So, what do you think they should change?
They should change?
Yeah. It's a tough one, huh?
Yeah. Well, okay.
Well, they shouldn't make it exactly the same.
Yeah,
You
it's
agree?
pointless. Because it's like, we already know everything that's going to happen.
So they shouldn't do that. The setting's gonna be different because it's gonna take place like New York or like San Fran.
Is it gonna be on a train?
It has to be.
So is the train to New York?
Well, there's like subways.
How do you think they could improve the movie? Or like, what would you like them to add?
I think they can add like racial tension too.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's been a lot of like racial tension in America. Well, throughout American history. They can also add like authority figures versus like civilians. So like maybe there's like a cop or like a authority figure on board.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of cool.
Something like that. Someone who has some sort of say and power, because will that person let the other people in, or will that person stop those people from coming in, you know? So it makes them have a dilemma.
Yeah, that'd be kind
A
of
moral
cool.
dilemma. Should they change the ending?
Oh, yes.
Why though?
Because I felt like, okay, so for the Korean one, he had like an unnecessary death. So I didn't like the way he died. So for this new one, if he's gonna die, at least make his death reasonable.
Yes, I think he should die a different way. I think he should die because the theme of the movie is like a father's sacrifice. So if you don't have him dying at the end, then what is this movie about? Is it just a generic zombie movie like every other zombie movie? So you kind of need the main character, the father, to die at the end because that completes his character arc. So at the beginning, he's like super selfish and like money driven. Towards the middle, he starts listening to
His daughter.
well, yeah, his daughter. He starts listening to his daughter. He starts listening to the buff guy, and he turns into a great father at the end by sacrificing himself and throwing the evil side of him, which is the old man. I mean, not the old man, the rich guy off the train.
That wasn't a message that I got. I mean, I got that you shouldn't be selfish and everything, but for me, it wasn't like a father sacrifice. Maybe that's because I'm a woman. I don't know if that plays a role. But it was just, I don't know. I like happy endings.
Well, the movie is all about sacrifice and selflessness. You're supposed to help others. As a society, we're supposed to help each other. We're supposed to help the weak and the needy and the poor, especially if you're rich. You know, if you're wealthy and rich, you should help others.
But I feel like he already paid off his deed. Like, he helped people enough. He tried his best.
For it.
Yeah, he already made up for it.
But only towards like the ending.
I know, but that doesn't mean that you need to die to prove the worth. You know?
Well, there's that part, and there's also a father's sacrifice part. It's like your parents or your father, like they spend their entire life setting you up for success, and once they get to that point, like you're on your own now.
Yeah,
That's kind of what the story is. Like they can't continue on with you because they're just your parents. So that's a yes for a change. So you want the father to survive.
Yes.
I disagree. I think the father should die. Still.
No.
Because if you take that out, then there's no like emotional hit at the end where it's like there's no like slow motion fall off the train scene. There's no like
True.
holding the baby scene. There's no like the girl's like crying for her dad scene. Like you take out all of the emotion.
No, so you make it seem like he died and then he shows up. And like, actually, I don't know. Actually, I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna make it seem like the dad died, but then he's gonna show up. So like maybe they both like fall off the train and then for some reason like he climbs back up. You know, something like that. They might do something like that.
a fake out death.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like you want to have your cake and eat it too. So you want the emotional weight of the father dying, but he doesn't die. So you want both things, which you can't have.
They're probably gonna do that. Trust me.
No, I think the most likely scenario is they just make him not die.
Yeah, survive.
Keep him alive.
Do you think they should have a pregnant lady in there?
I mean, the pregnant lady adds to the emotional weight of the buff guy dying too. So I think they should.
Oh, so that kind of goes back to what you're saying. The sacrifice of a father. So that's already played out by the buff guy. So how come the main guy have to do the same thing?
That's true. Yeah, because they did repeat the same theme 2 times.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't want to do that. You don't want to like beat somebody over the head with like the same message, like over and over again. Like, we get it. We get it.
So I have another specific scene that I kind of want to talk about, which is the epic moment when the 3 characters, so the baseball guy, the dad, and the buff guy was fighting all those zombies. Do you think they're gonna kind of redo that scene?
Oh yeah, they have to.
I feel like there's not gonna be that cool. Like that's already me like shitting so much on this movie.
Yeah, I mean they're probably gonna have a lot of like jump cuts and like it's gonna be like shaky cam and like it's gonna be different, but I do think they're gonna keep it because it's like super iconic to that film.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you? I mean, add some action into a zombie film.
I mean, I would love to see how it turned out, but I'm just saying like I don't have a lot of high expectation for it.
The only concern I have about this remake is the daughter character. I feel like they're gonna mess it up.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
not too worried about that.
Because it's like the girl in the original, she was a really good actress. And she could cry, she could be cute, she could,
Scream her lungs
sort of
out.
be like naive, like a kid character. And I feel like they're gonna force the kid character down our throats.
I mean, I'm not gonna underestimate because I feel like there's a lot of good kid actresses in America.
There's quite a few.
Yeah, I feel like they just have to pick the right one.
Oh yeah, I think casting is gonna be super important in this film. If they cast the wrong people, it's gonna be bad.
And I kind of like the look of the girl. She looked it very innocent, which I kind of want like the same look on this new girl.
But back to you, the pregnant lady question. I think they should keep her in there as a pregnant lady, but I did feel like the pregnant lady was very useless in the original. So if they were to change her and make her not pregnant, I think it would help her character. But it takes away from the emotional weight of buff guy dying.
Yeah, maybe they'll keep it. It's
Yeah,
either
they
they
might
take
keep it.
away both the buff guy and the pregnant lady, or they just change them up
No,
somehow.
they can't get rid of both of them. Why would they get rid
No,
of both
because
of
it
them?
doesn't make sense that he would die like that if his wife's not pregnant. So they would have to change both of them because they're kind of like a package. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they would have to change a lot.
But I do like the pregnant lady because she was kind of like a mother to the little girl. Because she's having her own little one. So I did like that little connection that they have.
Characters we didn't talk about yet were the baseball team and the baseball characters.
What about...
I feel like they're gonna be annoying because they're gonna cast
Oh,
like
yeah.
teenagers and like they're gonna be like the teens in the horror movie.
They're going to be like jocks and like super fit and everything.
Yeah. Oh, they're definitely gonna change. Oh, I don't know. They might change it to like basketball or something. I don't know.
Basketball?
Cause like baseball teams,
They need the bats.
Not. Oh yeah, that's true. They do need some sort of maybe
Weapon.
golfers.
That'd be kind of cool. Every time there's like a cheerleader in love with a sports guy, like a jock, there's always some like sexual action. And I don't really want that in the movie.
Oh yeah.
I liked it how they're both like very innocent, but they like each other.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't have any like sex scenes in here.
I like kissing scene. Like, don't ruin the movie.
Yeah, this movie should not have any of that.
Oh, do not include the train crash scene where they had to like get off and run to another train. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I think they need to change that part up somehow.
Running out of gas.
Trains don't have gas.
What did they run on?
Electricity.
Do you want there to be more survivors at the end? Or do you like how only 2 people survived?
I didn't mind. I kind of liked it that only 2 survived. I thought there was a lot of unnecessary deaths though. So if they want to kill off characters, at least make it somewhat necessary.
Yeah, like the...
Train conductor died.
Well, not him. I was seeing the homeless guy. Like, he survived everything. He survived the military base. He survived being stuck in a bathroom, but he died after a crash and zombies fell on him. Do you know who you want the dad to be?
Oh yeah, I've got some picks.
There's only one person who I want, because I don't know.
Who?
I'm not gonna say it.
You only know a couple actors.
I know.
Thor?
No, like, I don't know their name, but I know, like, you know, characters. You know what I mean? Like, for example...
Liam Neeson? He's too old.
No, not him. Don't guess. That's for another video.
That's for our next video. Stay tuned. But that's it for this video. There's potential for this film to be good, but it's most likely it's gonna be bad. Unless they listen to our changes. And
Surprise
our
us.
opinions.
Like, ooh, we gotta listen to them.
Hopefully they watch this video and then they incorporate it into the film.
Hopefully.
Before you leave, click like and subscribe for the next video.